I'm a white trash man. I'm from the Midwest. I'm a white trash man. And I love Milwaukee's best. I'm a white trash man. I love NASCAR. Goes hand in hand. In high school, PBR. Ain't got no class. Ain't got no cash. Been on over. You can kiss my white trash. All you white trash folk who like your smoke, gonna step outside, gonna get real high. Ain't got no class, ain't got no cash. Been on over. You can kiss my white trash. Oh yeah, boy. Ain't got no class. Ain't got no cash. I've been on over. You can kiss my white trash. Yeah. Ain't got no class. Ain't got no cash. Alright there. Hey. I don't know if anybody's out there. Let's see. I'm going to plug my headphones in. They weren't plugged in there. There we go. Alright, now let me click on over here. There we go. Alright, so here we go. This is my buddy. I'm gonna turn this thing around here. We'll back her up. Lift her up. There we go. Alright. I hope everybody's doing okay out there. I think there's reverb on this. Nope, it's down. But here we go. Let's start off right here. This here. This is my guy. Cawk. Cawk holds all of the power slap wristbands that you get when you go in. It's like a lock-in. Once you get in, you're locked in. But maybe not. There might be a story where we have these and we're not necessarily locked in. But that is a story down the road to share. Because this is episode 1. I better do this or I'll get yelled at. I do got some people that yell at me sometimes. Not really yell. But, back to, I keep showing you his butt. I gotta get the directions on this whole thing. But here we go. Okay. So this is the first episode of the CardMan, and tonight it's Cawk and Apollo. Hey Apollo, can you come here? Let's see if we can. Here, let's just do this. We got. There he is. Hey buddy. Hey. He's actually he's chewing on Slapcock's head right now. No. Good boy though. Good boy, Apollo. He about to kill Slapcock. Can't have that. Can't have it. Look at Slapcock. So, what the intention is here is to speak a little bit on some experiences, share some stories, hopefully get some guests. I am planning on maybe reaching out to Jackie, maybe, and see if Jackie might come on and have a chat just about life, how things are going for her, as she's got all sorts of things going on all the time. So, you know, if you can get a hold of her and get her on a show, she's a really good person with information to talk about anything. That's kind of why we became friends. Is, you know, she's just a real person. You know, very, very real, very down to earth, and what it is what it is. So, and I like that. I'm hoping to have a partner also in this. He's got a job though, so he was tired. But I don't really have a job, so I don't get really tired. Oh, and yeah, so you know that introduction song. There's slobber all over Slapcock. The song there is mine. It's one I wrote. I have rights to, so that is the intro song to the CardMan and podcast. So a lot of things going on as Power Slap 12 sort of gets close. I will say here live that I actually have a ticket to 12, but I won't be going. Just you heard that. Just, you know, life, things happen, and one side's rich and one side's not, and you can get priced out. That's my opinion, which I'm allowed to have, which is why I have this format here. And let's see, nobody is in the chat. D Lex, are you out there? I think he might have went to bed. But if you're out there, if anybody's out there, say hey. Also here, answer questions. If anybody's got any questions straight up about Slap or any of the like events, what goes on, how it goes down, why it's so hyped. Because it's hyped. It's really, really hyped. But hey, you know what? It's a blast. So the hype is real, but I don't know. It's fun. The guys are great. Love the fighters. Love the events. But you know, I can't see spending as much money as I have for, you know, to slap 6, slap 7, slap 8, power slap 10. Bought a ticket for 12. There were certain reasons why I bought that ticket, uh, which will be another story that we get to down the road. Because this whole journey, which started in November of 23, November 23, October, November, right in there, into October. And here's where my start happened in power slap. Is I was interested in it. I was already building sports cards and you know, just of you know UFC football players, baseball, basketball. Did some pet memorial cards. Did a couple wedding cards. Hey Lexi, how did I get into cards for power slap? Here we go. I was in my basement building cards, which I started doing because I watched Jeff Wilson on a sports card investor on YouTube. I think that's what it is, and he actually has a card of mine. I'll drop names. I don't care. You know, I'm my own publicist. I do have. Um, I won't say manager, but I'll say I got a squad. And so, you know, sometimes that squad steps in, helps me out, you know, steps in and handles some things for me. But so there is a squad of us now, and so back to the story of how I got into cards. In my basement, I was watching YouTube as I was building cards, and so I started watching all the slap stuff that was going on. And there's this guy that we ended up becoming friends on Facebook through social media, and he was involved in actual just his own independent sort of deal of slapping. At the point when him and I were talking at the start, like through the messenger, there was talking through messenger. Sorry, I get these gaps sometimes in my brain where I can't think of the next word. And I got a runny nose, but so we were talking through messenger, and more, and he started to gain some, you know, smoke, some traction in Vegas, and he wanted some cards made, and so so I made him cards. I made a whole bunch. Sorry, I need to have Kleenexes. Lex, remind me that when you come by next time. But here we go. I got tissue. So I reach out and ask, and the first order, you know, was an order of 10, and what I was doing was trying to build a standard, a base for what I was hoping was going to be some sort of set for the future, as I build and grow. I was foreseeing things, and had goals right away once I made this connection. So we'll get to who the connection is. So I sent him 10 cards. He likes them. And I think the next order was 18. And I asked for money. A little bit. Not a lot. but they were all straight, and they were so he could autograph them and sell them. But it's all good. He gave me a shout out on Facebook before we lost touch. Kind of he got busy and he's doing a lot of things and he went his way. And then I made my connections because of him. He told some people, and this he and this him I keep speaking of is none other than Slap for Cash. That's actually how I got my foot into that door before it shut, was through Slap for Cash. And then what he did is Donnie, another super heavyweight in power slap. You know, and I mean I really like the sport. I like watching it. I like the knockouts. I like the instant gratification of a knockout. I like how hard the knockouts are. Sorry, I'm not up there. I just get to witness the violence, so I enjoy it. I think that's probably human nature. Blue. But it by far is not the most violent sport out there. Is it a stupid sport? No, not stupid. It's brave. You know, they putting their whole lives on the line out there to do this job. So you know, I respect them all. For what they do, but there's a lot of negative sort of connotations out there, or stereotypes that go with it. But all these guys, they're great guys for the most part, and they're just trying to, you know, make a name and entertain. But you know, taking 3 slaps is a lot less than 10 rounds of boxing. You know, in fact, the Celtic League, I believe, just today announced that in boxing, their league, one of their boxers died after getting the poo-poo knocked out of him. I didn't know. I'm going to be getting in trouble here sometimes because I'm going to be saying words I don't know I can or can't say. But he went on. So this is not the most violent sport, but some of the people in it, they can be kind of rough. A few of them. But for the most part, like I said, they're such great people just trying to make a name and entertain. So Slap for Cash, what I did was I flew to Miami. He was going to have a fight in the IFL. The IFL. This is all just true. I made a little video of it when I was in Miami that I have on YouTube that has like 3 views. But the stories here, they'll be getting better and better and better. So what I did is I flew to Miami to meet him and to go watch him fight, because I'd been building cards for him and thought, you know, let's build on this. So I fly down to Miami, and I'm not the most healthy at this time when I do this. I've had COVID 5 times and all this pneumonia and just not healthy, but I went because I knew it's what I had to do to try to kind of make this card art thing grow. And so I get to Miami. I love it. It's December in Miami. Nothing more beautiful than that. And he gets a hold of me that when I finally get to my hotel. Because I actually used, at that point, I was using like a wheelchair service. You know, I just, like I said, wasn't healthy. So by the time I get to my hotel, I'm just like, oh, I'm just gonna stay. And it was getting late. And come to find out, the next day when I do go and visit, when we hook up, that drive, I mean, that was like a 40-minute drive anyway. So it wouldn't have been worth it to go over there. So the first night, I just hang out and walk around the casino and get casino food and go to sleep. But I also, what I did was bring him some more cards, and then he called me the next day. We got a hold of each other, slap, and he says to come meet him at a hotel in Little Havana. And I was like, all right, right on. Never been to Little Havana. So, and where I'm staying is a casino. Oh, come on. I want to say Musakami or something like that. Whatever native tribe had that land. They just built a new casino and everything. So it's actually the edge of Miami or whatever section that is. But Miami, I mean, you see marshes and stuff out of my hotel room. So I'm on the edge. So I get the lift, and this is something else I learned on this trip because I'm older. I'm used to just driving myself all the time. If I fly, it was usually in a group that was planned, and, this, that, or it was to go someplace and then get on a ship because I like cruises. So, not being able to drive myself and finding out about Lyft and Ubers, I actually, right away, let me tell you this. Right away in Miami, I got blackballed from Uber because I ordered one, couldn't figure it out. I had to download an app, ordered one, and then couldn't figure out where to meet him. So he left and I got blackballed. So then I had to go to good old Lyft. So then I went to Lyft. Okay. But I managed to get a Lyft, get to Little Havana. And I have film of all this. The park I was walking around was beautiful. The area was awesome. They've revamped it, and it was weird because I asked the driver, and he was like, "Oh, not good place, not good place," and I just like, well, whatever, been to East St. Louis, shit, been to different places, so that doesn't bother me at all. Until a later story, and it bothered me once. But so he takes me there, and I ask him. I said, "Hey, is this the area where like Scarface?" Because I love Scarface. Al Pacino. I mean, I got a couple pieces up actually back there on the wall, right there. Right there. There's a Pacino piece. But yeah, I really and then up there, the big old Scarface one right here. Yeah. And then the gold 50 cal silencer. Yep, word. So anyway, I like that, and I brought it up to him. It's like I said a bad word or something. He didn't want to talk about that. But I don't know. He told me not to talk about it. So I don't know what was going on. Maybe he was just a guy who knew I was a hillbilly and just messing with me, being from the city. But he got me to the hotel, and I probably waited 40 minutes or so, but it was okay because I was taking in the scenery. It was a beautiful day. There's a fountain in this park. That's the table. Sorry, that's me. A fountain down there in Little Havana, in the hotel. It looked like to be honest. It looked like the hotel that was in Scarface where they did the chainsaw scene. Just like that 3-level hotel, 4-level. That's what this looked exactly like. I don't know if it was or not, but it looked just like it. Probably not, but so I finally got in there, and then he come down, and we met up, and so me and Slap, and then his buddy, right? I just used first name Ryan. His friend Ryan was there with him, and so we all sat at the table, um, talked about his fight with the IFL, and then went over his contract. He actually was asking me some questions, so I went over his contract because I was in music business, um, not big time, but 10 years of being in music. Uh, Played everywhere from, heck, I mean, technically a little wedding in Maui. I played that. I mean, and I played Texas, played Austin, played Lake Travis on a yacht. Uh, so I've been all over. I know contracts. I know that. I know this. I know dealing with those kinds of businesses, cutthroat ones. So I read his contract, and I'm like, dude, this is no good. Nobody's getting paid. They can fine you more money, like 10 times more money than anybody would ever make for this small thing. So they can get out of paying anybody at the end of the night with the contract the way I read. So I just said, and that was his thing. This was actually very considerate of him because he involved me and let me because he knew I flew down from Nebraska to Miami specifically to watch him fight. And so he considered me in his choice. But after I read it, I was like, dude, you can't do this. For nothing, to go out there and just get pounded on for entertainment and you get nothing. Nah, don't do it. Especially my sake. Hell, yeah, don't. For me, no. You got to look out for you. Don't go out there for one person and it not be you. So he signed a card for me, and then I did go to the fights though, because they were in the casino that I stayed at. That's why I stayed there. But it would have been kind of cool now looking back just to see him fight, but it was the right thing to not fight. But I ended up having a blast. That's where I got to play some piano out in the casino, and so as everybody was coming in for the fights, I was actually playing the piano as they enter to get the tickets or show their tickets and go to the fights. But there's a couple gals there, and we had a good time playing piano and talking back and forth and learning about Florida and how they live there. A lot different in here. The cities are way faster than here. But so after that, I was supposed to be flying out on Sunday morning, and I was getting ready the next morning. I was all packed up. I was in the shower, and had all completed all my goals. Knew I had now a connection with Donnie. Donnie Van Heerden from South Africa. I knew I was going to have a connection with him. So I built, and it was rolling. So I'm showering, and I slipped like I do. Lost my balance. And I fell backwards out of the shower. And I have a bad back. I have sciatica. I got a lower like vertebrae problem, just whatever. So I slip, do a decleater. You know, like somebody just hit me in the chest as hard as they could. My feet go up, and they had those long handicap toilets, and so my back, that's how I landed, was flat on my left side of my back on that toilet. Folded me in half backwards. That's the sound it made too. And I was like 3 inches from hitting my head on the damn marble vanity. So I'm the shower curtain's down. I'm down. And I'm just cussing because it just hurts. Can't even walk now. You know. So I drag myself to the airport, and you know this is my very first connection with trying to get the thing going here with the cards, and I get a wheelchair. They take me through everything. I get clear down to the plane, and I notice in my backpack they didn't put my computer back in it at that TSA check. And I'm on my first experience with I can't think what's that name of that those planes that everybody, I want to say Sun City because that's the one I flew on when I was like 18. Spirit, that's the one. Spirit. I was flying on Spirit, and so the computer, I stand up and I'm like, I need my computer. The TSA didn't put it back. I need it. And the steward, she just goes, you can either get your computer. Sorry, you can either get your computer.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Or you can fly home. I didn't say Alexa. Why did it do that? Did you hear that? I didn't say nothing, but that thing's her talking. That scared me a little bit. That's across the room. Okay, I forgot where I was at now. Oh, shoot. Stupid Alexa. Oh, yeah, the computer. So she looks at me and says, you can either have your computer or you can go home. I wasn't leaving my computer. I'd put everything on it that I'd had in those 4 days I was already there. You know? So I missed my flight. And so the next flight is the next day. I lay around the airport because I just hurt. Actually, it's nice. It's Miami. So I go lay down outside and find a nice flat little, they have like concrete things attached to the walls that are big enough to lay down on. So I ended up falling asleep for about 3 hours. Just hurting, and it was an early flight. But so I just went back to the casino, stayed there one more night, got a flight, and came home. That was the first step. First step into Power Slap. And then that was in January, I believe, in December, beginning of January of 24. And that's when they opened the tickets for Power Slap. And I am now in contact with Donnie the Pitbull Van Heerden, and he would like a set of cards. So I built him a set of 11, and that was my reasoning. And I flew there That was my reason to go to Power Slap 6. That was it. That was the only reason. The only reason I went to Power Slap 6 was because Donnie had ordered some cards. And I was going to deliver them. Hand deliver them and go watch Power Slap. I was going to go see what it was all about. Live. So I build his cards, and I do the same that I did with slaps. Slap for cashes. I do the blue background. Actually, let me go grab a card real quick because it's gonna be a giveaway. This card's gonna be a giveaway card. At some point when we reach a certain amount of followers. Let me go grab it real quick, and then you'll understand better. Just give me 2 seconds here. It's just 10 steps away. Okay, so now this will give you an idea of like the cards I was doing if you take the border away. I made this one a little nicer, just because I had it for a while and over time. Sometimes I'll start adding things to things that are laying around and make them better. But oh, and I don't have my brush. Yeah, I do right here. Pow, pow, pow. There's my brush. Brush off the card. So this right here, that blue background. Okay. And then that autoplay right there. Wipe that off. That autoplate. So we got Evian, the water boy. Oh yeah, I got it. Okay. It'll be in a case and stuff, but that was kind of the style. And I do different backs, like the golds or, you know, just some different backs sometimes, different colors, things like that. But yeah, so this Evian card right here, this Evian rookie. Card art card. It's a lot of light. Wow. There you go. That's better. Okay. There, yeah. That's it. So this card here, it's going to be a giveaway card. And then if somebody that it does go to Power Slap event has that card, maybe they can meet up with Evian and get his autograph on it. It's got a spot for it. I always build the cards with a spot to autograph. So we're at Donnie, me flying into Vegas. I fly into Vegas. Here we go. I got a hotel. I thought. But first, I go down to Fremont Street, and I have my case with the cards. It's like one of them black and silver cases, you know, just a simple one. And then in a special box, I have his set for him in it. And then I have some other cards that I've built so I can show everybody what I've done if I see anybody. So I sit outside the Circa because I'm from Nebraska and I don't gamble. I don't drink. So I'm sitting outside the Circa, my butt on the ground, for like an hour and a half, messaging him. and nothing. And I'm seeing like these guys that I've seen on TV, these power slap fighters, right? And so I'm like, hey, like, you're a power slap. Do you know where Donnie is? And they're like, no. And I just sit there outside. So after an hour and a half, and like the cops came up to me a couple times, hey, you can't just sit here. You gotta move. You gotta move. I got told that twice. So just sitting, waiting for Donnie. And then Donnie finally did get my messages. I think he was taking a nap or something. But it was his, like, 2 days after his wedding. I believe. Yeah, that PS6, you got married, I believe. Yeah. Um, so yeah, he was taking a nap. Whatever, bro. But he finally came down and got me. But here's the problem. I didn't know I could just show my license and go in. For real. I had no idea. I had no idea. I saw those red velvet ropes outside of it. And I thought, force field. I can't go in there. It's all fancy. I can't. And there's them people standing there waiting for the IDs. But I just thought they were like security waiting to kick me out if I tried to get in. So I finally, Donnie comes out and takes me in. And right as you walk in that back, because I was at the back of the Circa, they were right on Fremont Street. That's actually the back of the Circa. So we go right in, and right there's either, the steps going up high, or there's a bar, or then to the right there's the casino. So instantly we stop right at the bar there, and he grabs his cards. He loves them. We talk a little bit, handshake, little small talk, and then we do the exchange. And he's like, "Hey," or "Hey," whatever. His accent's awesome, pretty thick, but it's awesome. And he's a great dude. I mean, he's got a big heart. He got a big body too. Big boy. Oh, yeah. And he's gotten bigger since the exchange of cards at PS6. And was that February of 24? It was late February, early March. So almost like just a year ago. But I give, and then he just says, well, I gotta go back upstairs for an interview right now. But I'm gonna, I'm gonna take your card. I'm gonna take my cards, and then I'm gonna take this card of Dana that you made, with me when I go up there. And so he does. He takes those cards up there. But before that, he says, "Why don't you go to the other side of the casino, at the car valet spot, and that's where people check in, and that's where everybody is. That's where everybody is." So I go, okay. So I walk across the casino, because I'm following him, because that's where you got to get across the casino to where his room is, and that's blocked off and locked off. It's all private, but so I follow him, and then instantly, when we get there, he grabs Jackie, and he says, I'm not even gonna fake an accent. Donnie says, "Jackie, this is Vern." At the time, it was like the Nebraskan assassin. It's kind of what I went by. with the other card artists and stuff. Um, but he introduces me to Jackie and Pat's there, Patrick. Um, and so then Jackie makes an order for the next Power Slap. And her order was huge. Jackie's first order was huge. You know, and Donnie paid for his stuff. I mean, very graciously, kindly. You know, it was, he liked what he got. He liked the product. And then Jackie, oh man, she bought just so much. Um, yeah, a whole coffee table. The entire coffee table was full of Jackie cards that I built and Jackie merch that I put together. And holy cow. That was that was probably my coolest sale. To be honest, it was to Jackie because that it was big. It was big, and that's when the relationship started. As far as continuing building her special things, um, you know, I built cards for her to give to her kids. Um, a specific 4 card set and beautiful Pokemon set I did for him. Yeah. Uh, you know, so I've done other things outside of Power Slap with the Power Slap fighters. Um, that's been pretty cool projects. Uh, so Donnie and Jackie are and okay, because the same order happened with Jackie. Big Mac ordered too. So when I go down to Vegas and I hand off these cards to Donnie, then I get 2 more customers for the next time. So I'm like, oh, all right, this is working. This is cool. And then I start meeting others, and then we make these different connections and the networking and uh, all the social media stuff that is still hard for me because I mean, I don't care about likes. I don't care about. I mean, I need to because I have to have them. But you know, I don't lose sleep if I've only got 7 followers on YouTube. I don't. It'll happen. You know, um, when they start hearing me talk about Power Slap, maybe some of the Power Slap people will start coming over and listening. But yeah, there's a lot of stories to be told and fun stuff, good stuff. But that Power Slap 6, that's where it got addicting. Actually seeing the fight, seeing what they do, uh, hearing it, seeing a headbanger, seeing somebody go stiff. That's pretty cool. So after that, I was kind of hooked. And then that's when I met Dawn, and that's what this podcast is heading to be. That's what this podcast is heading to be. Is the number one? It's supposed to be number one super fan and the CardMan podcast. So hoping that he wasn't feeling too well tonight. But I'm hoping in the future that it's both of us, and we can discuss everything Power Slap. Just discuss our stories that we share. Um, Ones we don't share. Ones that are unique to him. Ones that are unique to me. Um, but I think what's important here is if you're gonna talk about anything, you just be honest about it. So morals and ethics for me just it is what it is, man, and I just tell the truth about everything that I've experienced. Because there's some unique stuff that's happened, you know, at every single event. Okay, something yellow just came up on air. So here's what I'm gonna do. We do know that my OGs that got me into really the passion of the sport are there's three. It's Donnie, Jaggy, and Big Mac. Those were the first three that saw value in what I was doing and followed through with things to show me I was valued. And that was cool. And I believe that in the future, that's kind of where I'm going to guide myself is I'm going to guide myself to the good energy wherever it is. There's been a lot of really positive things that have gone on for me in Power Slap. A lot. But when I started this earlier tonight talking, I was talking about having a ticket to PS12 and not going. That was another sort of follow through thing that fell through. A follow through thing that fell through. And there's been a lot of that. As far as my cards go, everybody thinks I'm rich. I think they think that. And you couldn't be further from the truth. You know, I've given a lot of cards, and they're my friends. Yes, they're kind to me. They're nice to me. They throw shout outs. And I really appreciate it. And they're just such great people. But since I'm on my own tonight, and Dawn isn't here, I do think I'm gonna make an announcement. And I hope that that's okay that I do, but it's only a few weeks away. But I'm going to head a different direction in the near future, and see what happens there. So much like LeBron in Miami. That's all. That's all it says. Just like LeBron in Miami, from Cleveland, to Miami. I'm just taking my talents to South Beach. Only it's not South Beach. I'm not saying I won't do cards for the competitors in Power Slap. What I am saying is I'm no longer going to the events. Um, Here's a little secret. I got rid of a 75 Camaro to go. Yeah. I've gotten rid of a lot of things just to be able to go to um, these Power Slap and support my friends. Cheer them on. Build cards for them. Build cards for them so they can sign them and then they can sell them as merch. You know, the old deal, I was selling 10 cards, $35 a card. $350, 10 cards, okay? And then they could sign them. And depending on the athlete, not the card. Cards are beautiful. Cards are beautiful. Except for I'll take this heat, this smoke, this heat. Except for that second round after what was it, PS7? It was PS7 or PS8, where I ran out of money, and so I was using whatever I could here to make cards. I couldn't replenish anything that I needed to that I used on that I currently use and I used on cards. I had to come up with something different. So the cards that I sent out um, warped. They warped, and that wasn't my intention. I'd never had it happen before. Um, so I sent out a few extra cards to a few fighters, or extra card to a few fighters. Um, and then after that, I just decided, hey, they didn't pay. Donnie and Jackie are the only ones that are going to pay. And Big Mac. John paid. John paid. Uh, but yeah, at PS7 or PS8, gosh, I can't remember which one. It had to have been 7. But this is all I do is I work all day on the cards for the people um, that order them. And then when I showed up, they didn't buy them. They liked them. They wanted them. But they didn't buy them. So the whole gifting thing started. And it was cool. I was able to meet and gift a lot of people cards. Uh, but I've gained I've gained 40 followers on Instagram with shout outs. I actually lost 150 also with shout outs. I don't understand. I get that. I do understand the shout out, but the shout out needs to be devalued a little bit if you get a tangible object. I think I feel like there could have been. I think I'm appreciated for what I do by the fighters. I do think they really do appreciate it. Um, but after a year, I just can't. I can't keep going. And I actually thought within the year that I would I would be able to find someone that would find value in what I was doing, um, and partner up or support, throw their name in that. But everybody wants stuff, but they don't want to do anything but get stuff. I've been bamboozled a few times. Not all the time. And it hasn't even been the fighters. People associated with them. Big sponsors. Big sponsors for them. But not me. But a whole long conversation went on. I got receipts. I mean, I can see it. Yeah. Mentioned a couple times. It's not a for sure deal. But it was the last straw. It wasn't necessarily their fault, but what was said on one end, what was said, what was put on the hook, the worm they cast out there, just being able to have a name attached, that would have just boom. That would have helped me so much. Just a name attached. Somebody I can say, hey, yeah, look at this. And I mean, I was told a box was coming. That they were loading up a box. I was sent a thing that had all the pictures and was told to pick out what I wanted. I did. And this was all to get a set of cards. All to get a set of cards. Come on. So 5 days of work and effort, gas, because I got to drive to go get the images made that I make to do the cards. So 5 days, gas, material, my time, my imagination, their logo sent to me specifically. Ooh, this podcast getting a little nasty. But I told you I'd tell the truth. And since Don's not here, this is the time to handle that truth. Because he don't know nothing about it. He just knows that they called him and before they called me. And he had the same intuition that there was a deal to be made. Whatever that deal was, it didn't go my way. Oh well. Like a meet and greet in a conference room. Dude, I was promised. I was not promised. I was in the deal. Because I can't say promised because a couple times the words were, you gotta be patient. It's, I'll send it to my team. That was said a lot. I'll send it to my team. But when somebody says that to me, I send it to my team. Makes it sound like they're in charge. I'm gonna send that to my team. Get your logo. What colors you want? What size are you? We gotta get the cards first, though. We gotta get the cards. We need the cards. In order for this to work, we need to get the cards first. I followed through. $102 to ship the package. To get told the boss man loved his cards. He's putting them in his office. Then I get told, well, we'll either go a different way or we'll look at it again in the future. Huh? What? I said, Mama? No. I didn't buy a ticket. I didn't buy a ticket to Power Slap until I was told about a custom tracksuit and asked my size and asked the colors and asked for a logo, which I have, the CardMan logo. Yeah. Facts. In fact, I had to quit being the communicator. I had to let my squad do the communicating. Because I just like, what the? Big company. That's what you're gonna do? You gave me a shout out? I got one friend. Or one follower. One follower with your shout out. Gracias. That's the problem. That's the problem. Devalue your shout outs. Everybody. Be human. Lift people up. Help lift them. I mean, that's exactly how I got to where I am, actually. Is because the fighters have lifted, for the most part. Lifted and lifted and lifted and lifted. You know, Pono, another one. Really good guy. Mrs. Dodson. I'm horrible with names. Remember numbers, names, bad. My buddy Anthony. Really like him. He's a good guy. Blackburn's very underrated. Does not get the respect he deserves. And doesn't get the respect from The people that have the main platforms. I don't know why. Unless it's like national media is, where somebody else is puppet, being the puppet, telling you what to say. I don't know. Or maybe you just don't want to make people mad. So you don't want to say the truth. Truth is, Anthony Blackburn, babyface, should be the face of the franchise. Has he ever been knocked down? I don't think so. He's been dazed. He been done that stank leg. Got that stank leg. He's done that before, but his record, and he defended his title. Even though I do believe Manny was overweight, I think, if I remember right. Memory's bad. But Anthony Blackburn, he's the man. Another Michigan boy. Here in PS12 coming up, and Blackburn, I think he's coaching though. Is Blackburn coaching? I don't think they've announced it yet. That'd be cool. I'll bet you Blackburn coaches. I'm just guessing. I don't know. I know other people that do power slap stuff. They will not usually assume. They make sure everything's a fact before, but I'm opinion based fella here with power slap, and in my opinion, I think they're gonna have Anthony coach. Yeah, power slap 12 is a different card. There's some heat there at the top with Brandon the Butcher versus the Champ, Isaiah. You know what? A fight's a fight, and it gets called how it gets called. I'm gonna say that about it. Both Isaiah, both them guys, Isaiah and Brandon, they're both good guys. They're both, good guys. So, everything that goes on stage, that's all between them. I have a reason I'm saying that, but it's the truth. I like them both. I probably talked to Brandon more. Brandon's asked and talked to me about more, I suppose, but I think they're both good guys. And I'll be watching. I'm not going, but I'll still watch. Fan from afar. Like I was in the beginning, before they started selling tickets. I'll just do that. But I'm not going to just sit stale either. I'll be moving on. Turning. Let me see if I can get this right. Wise man shared with me that if you're not feeling that you're being valued, or getting the right amount of respect for what you're putting into something or what you're trying to do, don't try to force your way in with that room that you found yourself in. Because obviously Obviously, that's not meant to be your room. So, instead of forcing your way in, find a different room. I understood that when I got told that. And it made me think, oh, I have other opportunities. I do. And the project's already done on those opportunities. Just has not been full circled yet. But it will be. And hopefully that full circle will start a new path. That full circle will lead my foot to that gap in the door, stop it, and get my way in. You know, I've been a huge fan. You go to my page and scroll and scroll and scroll. And for over a year and a half, you see 95% combat sport, power slap, heavy on power slap, heavy on my custom cards forum, the events when I'd go, the stories I'd share. I mean, I've loved it. I just think it's changing, and I have been. It's not a targeting thing. No, there were, but not this. Just being priced out. If you can't afford it, you can't afford it. You know, but I was stupid and bought a ticket because I thought that my business goals were gonna be met by going this time. Because every time I've had a reason. I mean, I've been invited on podcasts before on my trips, and which was a reason to go. You know, been on, 3 different. Actually, I've been on one, but I've been mentioned, and my cards have been on like 5, 6 different podcasts. So I mean, yeah, every time I've gone, I've had either a hand delivery make with a bunch of cards, a big old set, a couple people needing cards, having to go for a podcast, and a couple meetings. That, yeah, I got real close on one. Real close. It was gonna be rad. It's alright though. But yeah, I'm having a very good time talking, nobody listening. But this is very therapeutic. To actually get these words out and put them out there somewhere. So someday somebody does hear them and kind of does know. Oh, look at that. Stupid. Kind of does learn and know maybe what my story was. Because that's what this is gonna be. Whenever, if I ever get, I mean, I don't even know if I'll get done on it. To be honest. I hope so. But he doesn't have to. So if he doesn't, he might not. Just because we I mean, we're bros always, we're homies always, but we are going different directions, and Uh, yeah, I guess giving you a little bit of how I got into it tonight. A few of the people that really have been supportive, and my OGs. And yo, whether you like it or not, I'm an OG. I've been there since 6. I know all the OGs. I've met them all. There are, man, there are only a couple of a-holes. Everybody else is really cool. But you know, some of them don't have nothing either, and I get that. That's actually why I started giving a card to. I tried, and I do, man. I tried to give cards to as many fighters as I could. And I still got them out there. Heck, I made a 25 card power slap set. One of one. 25 different cards, including 2 autograph cards. I mean, I put a lot of work into this and promoting it and promoting cards and promoting Power Slap, but I want you to look at that. It's a new version out. You see that? Yeah. You know what? It's kind of funny because my name is Vern White, for real. If I were to take off my hat, if I were to shave my face, you'd think we were second cousins. That's the dirty hillbilly side of the whites. But I'm the last white, to be quite honest. I am the last white on my branch of the tree. It all ends here. So that's why I'm telling my story a little bit. That's why I'm gonna go live. Anybody ever wants to join in, talk shit? Deanna, karma is a real thing. The universe will take care of everything. I love you, D. You two girls, you're awesome. Yeah, it will. Karma will take care of everything, because when you got a plan B, when you believe in yourself, and you've got a little squad that believes in you too, you never quit. I ain't never quitting. I ain't never stopping. I got a goal, and it's achievable. Hey, I've got cards that I've made for an acquaintance that I've met in Leaf. So there's Vern White cards in that building, in his office. Rad. At another company that I'm not going to mention because they were the ones that kind of pushed the rock over the hill. But, you know, even their boss put the cards in his office. Really likes them, has them on display. So these big, you know, I'm on the right track. I'm on the right track. But that track is gonna, the frog, where the switch is. I used to be a railroader. That frog where the switch is gonna just U-turn me around and head me to the east. I'll be heading east. I've got a project that has to be completed, and it is east. I'm really looking forward to it. Looking forward to meeting this new group of people. Seeing where it leads. Seeing what happens. Lots of good things to come. Because I just believe. Believe in myself. Believe in what I'm doing. Believe in the choices I have made. Believe in the choices I'm gonna make. So, can't stop that. Can't stop it. So, we haven't had any questions. Just been D, Lex, and me. But I have D, Lex. It's funny because when she did cards, I'm getting off base here, way off base. Not power slap related at all. Just Lex and D. But Lex, she's actually the one. Her and my little. It wasn't even competition. It might have been. I don't know. Maybe you did have a competition going on. Who knows? But really, Lexi and me got into this cutting cards, and she does a beautiful job too. It's just that she's busy with other things, and she is. I mean, heck, she takes care of me. That's part of her thing. Her and D. They come over once a week, and they take care of me. I mean, they take care of other people. They have a family. So, I just love them to death because they're always going. They're always helping. They're always helping. They're always positive. Well, Lex can get on my butt a little bit, but I need it, and I like it when she does because all she's doing is lining me out, helping me out, and she's very willing to help me out. And I learned today just that, yeah, she's just a really good person. Just looks out for her friends and her people she cares about, and I'm grateful for that. All right, this little session's over for the CardMan podcast. I got more. This is what this is gonna be, though. I mean, I'll show some things sometimes. I'll give away some things as we get more followers. But I really need. I gotta get some followers. Gotta get poor Lex and D. They're. It's me, Lex and D. Me, Lex and D. Yeah, Dawn didn't even come in tonight. So, we'll see where this goes. I mean, I'm not gonna stop this live stuff. I'm gonna keep doing this. I like this, whether anybody listens or not, because it'll be out there in the universe, in the world, and I like it. So, Lex and D created a monster. So, you guys have a good night. Let's see, what time is it? It's only 10:30 though. So I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna cut off the CardMan podcast, and I think I want to do a break. But what I did is I bought a pack Not a pack. I bought a blaster. But hey, let me log off here. Thank you. I don't know. I might do this every day. This might be like a Dear Diary thing or something. I don't know. But I will be talking to you. Hopefully we can get some more followers. Get in there, subscribe, like, smash that like button. Whatever. Yeah. So to my word, appreciate you guys. But if you're still awake, I think I'm about ready to do a 2024 Goodwins. Is that what it's called? Come on, run, get with it. It is. We got the 2024 Goodwin Champions Blaster that I'm going to break here when I get off of the podcast. So be looking out on Facebook and Instagram for when I go live. I will let you know, give updates. Let's get some people in here. Let's get them talking. Let's talk some power slap. Let's talk some sports. Let's talk some cards. Let's talk about this kick butt new variation. Oh snap! Of a shirt that I made. Oh yeah, that was the frame. That's all good. We're fine. See? Nope, we're not. Oh snap! Now we're fine. Ow, that made me cramp. Stupid thing. But yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah. Look at that. That's so cool. Let me lay that out for you a little bit. See if I can get that tucked back in there right. Oh yeah. Yeah. How you doing, cuz? What's up, cuz? Good one to end on. See you later. Have a good night. Talk to you soon.